I'm Liv. I'm just Liv. For that is who I am. That was awful. But this is the intro we're going with. I used to do Let's Plays. I used to have a lot of fun doing them. So we're going to do some Let's Plays. Also, I have nice equipment now. So, hey, why not? We're going to play Fire Emblem, Dark Dragon's Sword of Light. In case you're wondering, why didn't I play this on a Nintendo Entertainment System provided by the Nintendo company of Nintendo? The Fire Emblem, the first one, everyone likes the new ones now. Fire Emblem didn't get translated into English until about the Game Boy Advance got released. So a lot of people have never played the old Fire Emblem games, except if you lived on the internet and had access to what the internet had, which was plenty of hacking, translating bullshit for the eager among us. This is going to be awful, but I tell you now, I'm going to enjoy myself, so yeah, why not? Let's have some fun. This is just showing you the class in the game. This is like the rundown of how the game works, so to speak. Alright, there we go. Alright, thank God I didn't know if I'd programmed the start button, so I was worried I'd have to do it all over again. Just the whole intro, which would probably have helped make it better, but here we are. So this guy's shoulder pads are ridiculous beyond any circumstance. He's telling us we're Marth, the main character. He's a little blue dude in the middle there, next to the horse with wings. Prince Marth and Princess Sheeda. Well, Princess Sheeda's arrived from Talos Castle because I can't read apostrophes correctly. It's a long night, bear with me. So something's happened at the castle, and it's not good. Turns out there's some pirates from Garda. You know Garda. We all know Garda. It's ridiculous to ask you such a question. So the castle's been taken, and many people have been straight up killed, just murdered. We're not even like 5 minutes in. I've got my pineapple juice, and we're talking about straight up murder. Please save her father, even though he's probably dead as well. You know. Good old straight up murder. Orisha's courageous knights are inside this fortress. Now I want to add, this is an era of games which feels quite special, because considering this intro, you are meant to somewhat know what Orisha is. Who the hell knows who the Garda pirates are? Who the fuck is this Marth kid? I don't know. Taurus. Anyway. So we got Marth over here. He's a lord. Lords are main character units. They're basically, if this unit dies, well, you fucked up. Well done. They can go into villages, which are these lovely wooden things over here, and go have a chat with the people inside them. This mustachioed man is amazing, and we're going to keep talking to him because of this amazing mustache. It's good to see you, Prince Marth. They gave... the villagers thought you'd need this money, rich young man. Please buy this and save it. He's a prince. He doesn't need cash. Nor dough. Now, if you're confused, an S Knight stands for social knight. We may have seen it in the intro there. A social knight is not someone who is exceedingly good at having a conversation with other people. Like Fire Emblem likes to do that sometimes, but a social knight is basically they're like called cavaliers for people who've played Fire Emblem, and for those who don't, they're just knights. They wander around with a lance or a sword and go punch people in the face with metal, which makes it quite a violent conversation ultimately. Hence, let us see exactly why I meant that was the case. He's fighting a thief, which are bastards. How dare they? What pricks? Do I get to hit? No, they're very fast. Old Fire Emblem is super old, and very different from what people who are maybe playing the new game, Conquest, are experiencing. I mean, not just the fact it's old, it's the fact that a lot of things that existed then I'm sorry, existed now, don't exist then. This is a great first recording, I'm going to keep going. Very proud. Sheida is a Pegasus Knight. Basically, yes, much like the, for those who have watched it, Hercules, people who ride on the back of Pegasi and then just, you know, ride around like it's no big deal, like it's no business. The difference is that in this game, Pegasus Knights turn into dragons when they promote into a higher class. Higher classes, such as Jagan here, who is the worst, he's the worst, trust me, are basically stronger versions of units that already exist. So, for those who needed a Fire Emblem primer, not like you did, that's how they work. In the meantime, we're going to send Jagan down here and swap his equipment with, we're going to give it to Kain. We're going to give the thing to Kain as well, just to hold on to, you know. Kain looks the same as Abel, if I'm absolutely correct. They are basically the same man. The difference is one is red and one is green. And this was a Fire Emblem tradition for a long time. Here's the green man, here is the red man. This game is also terrible to Let's Play because if one of my characters dies, I'm not going to keep that recording. I'm going to reset the entire game and it's going to be terrifying to watch. Did you know villagers open their gates for the prince? Because apparently, you know, the proletariat rule. Who knew? Oh, I need that pineapple juice. Doga is an armor knight. Back then, because more classes than one used the term knight, I'm guessing they had to differentiate it, so the A is armor. He's, again, a guy who wanders around, usually with a sword, and stabs people with them. Because, you know, sometimes you're just taken by the need to thrust your sword into the loving arms of someone who you hate, as is the Fire Emblem way. So there's a guy called Riff. That was, by the way, it. That is the end of that conversation. No more for you. And the guy, actually, let's take a look at him. We've looked at everyone, sort of. Like, we haven't looked at Sheida, as I say, Pegasus Knight, uses an iron sword. She's friendly enough. She's very fast as well. And, okay, Gordon is an archer. They're very, very friendly sorts who like firing bows at people from far away. The coward's way out, as I'm told by everyone I know who is, wrong, because I will play Dark Souls with a mage class and you can't stop me. You cannot stop me and you won't make me change my mind. I'll take that iron bow. Why not? Okay, there we go. Now, the thing here is that, thank God, those Steam pop-ups, by drawing attention to those Steam pop-ups that you cannot see, I've informed you that they're there, so this was entirely pointless. These are pirates. They will meet one of our own later, but pirates are mean little bastards who work in tandem with these hunters, who use bows, to basically fuck you up. And they're led by Gazak. How hard is he? Well, he's a mean man with an axe. That's all I can really tell you, ultimately, because this game is bare bones. Or the obvious things, while we let the game go, is that Fire Emblem 1 is where Fire Emblem started, so there isn't as much as there was in later iterations. There's still stuff here, but you're going to see there's a lot less than there was. And for those who've never seen a Fire Emblem game before and decide to instead watch the debut video from someone trying to see if there's anything in pineapple juice that can send me to a higher plane of existence at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not exactly going to be the best ride for you, ultimately, nor myself. But we'll have a go of it, we'll see where it takes us, and you never know, honestly. Now, Marth, I would send over there, but he's not got the right sword. In Fire Emblem, all of your weapons have uses, which is what the numbers mean. Sometimes you'll have a nice weapon, but you'll not want to use it just yet because you might need it later for someone who's tougher. So I'm going to go get Marth to buy an iron sword, basically the weakest, I get sort of the lowest level weapon that I can find in that shop, so he doesn't waste it against enemies who, you know, you might not have to worry about. I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about. Don't worry about it. Anyway. let's move a good old Doggy Dogger onto that tree and get him off the vine. Ooh. With this man who it's the eyebrows. It's the eyebrows that worry me and intrigue me. Oi. Apparently they worry my body more than they intrigue me. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, that's an iron axe. I finally worked out what that icon is. After so long, it's a tiny little axe. Anyway, Marth bought his weapon. Sheeta, you can well, you can fly there. Why not? Let's fly you here, just so no one can hit you. But maybe you can hit them. Fine, we'll send our pal, I think that's Abel. Is that? Yeah, I can remember names. Woo. Over there. Dragon uses I guess. You absorb some hits, buddy. You do the thing. For those who don't know why I'm not going to use Jagan, or would be interested, in these sorts of games, there are certain, shall we say, conventions or tropes or things that hang on throughout the games. So one I'll explain is Jagan is a term as well as this character. This character is the reason it exists, and the Jagan is basically, if I remember my lore correctly, which I probably don't, it's actually earlier than I thought. It's only 2 in the morning. A Jagan is a character that starts promoted, i.e. a stronger class, but when they level up, which you will see in this game, and get stronger really badly. Like, you might pick another unit, which might get strong and really buff, really strong, and Jagan will not do that. Jagan will instead make you wish you'd played a different game if you put all your eggs into Jagan's basket. Because Jagan doesn't have the basket, he just has really long spikes on his shoulders. No one knows why. We asked Jagan, we don't really know why. It does also mean though that he's good at absorbing hits. Or that he dodges things. That's a new one, Jagan. I'm proud of you. I'm confused, but I'm certainly proud of you. Also, Fire Emblem's a luck game, which is great, and totally doesn't disconcert me in any way. Sometimes you'll have a day where an enemy just does some magic, and you will die. And that's it. That's the end of that chapter. Luckily, those pirates will not get over in time for me to truly feel the burn. Vote Bernie 2016, but yeah, no, we should be fine. So what we're gonna do is we want to keep our units together at this point, just because there's enough of them to be an annoyance. And if I remember right, there's a weapons triangle. Swords beat axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. But I don't know if that triangle works properly in this game yet, or not. I mean, Abel got his ass punched, so probably not. Okay. Well, we can do that, so that's what I'm gonna do. Woohoo. Iron Sword. Cool! Go for it, Kane. You can do it, buddy. Give him the old Kane 1-2. Ah, shit. How many other accidents are there gonna be? You know what? We'll risk it all. We'll risk it all. I'll just risk the recordings, why not? It's not like I got anything better to do at 2:07 in the morning. Can you do it again? Can you do it? Yeah, you can do it. Good work, Sheila. You the best. You the MVP. I guess. Oi. Feeling good today. Alright, Marth, you are not going to get over there in time to do anything of use, but you know, you encourage the crowd there, buddy. You do. You do you. You know? You know? Let's do an iron bow. Let's not do anything risky. Let's just play it safe. Play it safe, everyone. Do what you gotta do to win, but don't do anything psychotic, you know? You know. Anyway, That's good. Should be. He's not going to double them, but you know. He'll certainly have done. He got some good hits in though, right? You did, Doggo. I'm proud of you. I think you've got a ponytail thing coming out your helmet, but you know. I know I have the answers, just more questions. One of them being how ridiculous Fire Emblem is. Oh. Oh, that's Jake. Oh, they're. Oh, no. I don't even know if Gordon's gonna be alright. But you know what? We'll play it safe. They'll attack Marth. Marth will probably live. I haven't equipped him with the right sword, but he'll probably live. I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing. Fucking. You know. I got this. I don't need to edit things. What are you taking me for? You know, putts? Oh. Oh. Anyway. She the finishes. Does some good damage. She does get some good hits in there. A key thing is what these two schmucks are gonna do. Yeah, no, I thought so. They're gonna attack Marth. I should have really equipped the better sword. That's not good. That's such a flourish, Marth. You don't need to flourish so much. This part of the game is like there's a pull on every map in a strategy game, such as Fire Emblem. Oh, you shit. Where this sort of stuff will happen. And this is basically the danger point. This is where, like, this is tough, yeah, but this is somewhat manageable. This is the point where it's the wild zone. You don't know where you're going and what's going to happen, but maybe it'll be fun, maybe it'll be terrible. We don't know. Anyway, I use that iron bow on good old Captain Pirate Pants over here. Basically, with bows, usually, the thing is that they're reliable at hitting things, but their defense is shit, so they'll get punched in the face once and then just fall over going, ah, my knee! Well, you know, or at least that's how I thought it went. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Doga, you finished the job. And you, good times had by everyone. Well done, Doga! You get a promotion. You don't actually. Armor Knights don't promote to anything in this game. There are classes which don't have promotions. So just kind of suck. I'm not sure why. I don't have the answers for you. Now, we gotta be careful here, because if I don't position things correctly, Sheeta might get mullered by one of these things. Mullered, a lovely phrase. Meaning turned to a yogurt-like paste, I think, in our lovely lexic. Well! Or, I was completely wrong, Sheeta. You do you. You do you! You know? You do you. Ultimately, maybe I'm in the wrong. Maybe I'm not the one thinking things through properly. Maybe I really should have just let her do her own thing. Except this isn't Suikoden and I can't let characters just do their own thing. That's another game, a strategy game, slash RPG, slash whatever it is Suikoden is. Well, good work. That's good work. That's actually good hustle. What are you gonna do? You gonna do good? Good. So as you can see, with different swords, Marth has different animations, which is neat. It's neato-rooney. Neato, if you will. Someone does not like socialism. Someone is against socialism. This kind of person who voted Trump, I bet. Yeah, we go on. Political jokes, I got them. Not good ones. I never said I'd have those, but yeah, we got stuff. Ooh. Saved me from this existential crisis. No, mango. Mango? I am having a crisis. That's pineapple juice. Of course, just because Marth isn't getting hit as much doesn't mean he's not hitting things either. Which is a shame. Well, everyone is having a bad time. Okay. Well, that could work. For now, let us work on beating up these young ruffians. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Also, that. Oh my god, this has already immediately gotten worse than I'd hoped. Well, poop. Let's just go ham. Let's just go. Just take your ham out the back and slap it. So apparently the C gives an effect. I did not know it did that. But I think it said like 30% avoid? Again, I'm not very good. If you want to go watch people who may know what they're doing, watch, what's it called? French Foodle? French Foodle. That's someone I know who plays Fire Emblem well. Mage Knight 404. Anyone else that is not me, please watch them if you want to watch Fire Emblem. Yeah, I'm just going to witter on about stupid stuff. Not necessarily jokes, just observations. Like the Jerry Seinfeld of Fire Emblem. Or just playing games. There will be more than Fire Emblem. This is my first test video. I do a Let's Play channel with other people called Disaster Games, which is where we just talk about stupid shit, and I get pouty like a little idiot half the time. But Disaster Games is also a good example of why I originally stopped doing Let's Playing, and why while I'm enjoying trying this, I'm very hesitant about doing Let's Playing now. Let's Playing for me is about well, more than that, it's about having fun, but also, for me personally, it was about trying to get more games done, because I used to play games a lot, or at least a little, when I started getting into them when I was very young. And then there was a period in my life where I just stopped playing them. Also, she the level up. 1 skill, 1 weapon level, 1 speed, 1 HP. She actually is the MVP. But I'm not. One of the big problems I had with Fire Emblem with Let's Playing was that I took a while to finish things. Didn't really have a reason to continue, and after a while I got bogged down too much in my own sort of space. Oh, thank you. Good to meet you. Good sir. Good to meet you. I hope we have a nice chat. I'm doing this because I want to practice conversationally just doing stuff on my own, which is something I used to do, but was terrible at. Not that this isn't a great example thus far, but I want to do it with the realisation that as I do it, I am shit, but I can get better. I would love to get back into Let's Play and just doing videos again, because it was fun talking about stuff, it was fun meeting new people through this sort of environment, and it's just really nice having an excuse to play games and go through them again. After all, we do reach a point where sometimes we have games we want to play, especially in the times we are with so many new games being released, but we don't have the time to play them. Let's Playing offered me an opportunity to do something productive-ish with what I was playing, but also gave me the opportunity to well, just sit and try and finish a game. Like, I remember specifically starting to play a Pokemon game, and then because I would over-level and would try and level up every single one of my Pokemon I caught, I would never finish. I finished like Pokemon Red, and then every time I would try and replay the game, I would just get stuck and hung up on trying to use every single Pokemon I found. Which realistically, you shouldn't do, it's stupid, don't do that. No, I'm not going to advise you. Now all we want to do here is move Jagen out the way, so that instead of trying to attack from the mountains, they are trying to attack one of our flighty friends over here through, I don't know, normal grass. This is so again, they don't, fuck us up. And, we have a nice, peaceful conversation over swords and bows and all that fun stuff. So, we're going to move everyone slightly to the side, because the mountains, if I remember right, give characters or give enemies and yourself like a defense bonus. We don't want that. We don't want our enemies getting stronger, because in many ways that will lead to a very bad time. I will not be having a great day if we do all of this recording, all this lovely conversation, you and I, and it all goes to shit because one critical or one badly timed death. We should be having a nice conversation, you and I. We should be talking about, the future of politics. No, just something, something, rather than me just getting severely angry. that said, channel name and obviously my introduction. Okay, I'm not really going to be, you know, heavy on anything with this channel. It's just an excuse for me to play games again. And I'll try and be informative as well as make terrible jokes. I prefer to be informative just because I'm not the best at jokes, but I do like talking about things that are interesting. Oh! Now, Fire Emblem, one of the interesting things I could say, or rather interesting things that's not interesting, that sounds dumb, and it is, but let me finish, is some of the first bosses in this game don't have portraits. When I said that this game was the start, it's bare bones in a way that you can have, you know, Fun Jagan here with his massive monobrow of destruction and his incredible pauldron spikes that pierce the heavens. It's a joke I've never gotten tired of and will continue to observe. But also, like, Cain and Abel's portraits are the same portrait with tiny little details changed. Some bosses don't have portraits, and some classes don't have promotions. This game is... they're still working the concepts out, let's put it that way. Gordon! You did it, man. I'm proud of you, bud. You'll level up soon, and then you'll be bigger and stronger. Faster too, you're the first member of Marth's crew. Oh, Marth, don't get a crew, man, that'd be dumb. Don't be dumb, Marth. Be sensible. Also, I'm recording with a new setup. This is different from anything I've done before. So it's a new computer, new setup, new software, new microphone, new everything. So I'm at least a little more confident in how it's going to go, put it that way. Alright, Marth, you're level 1, level 1, level 1. And you know what? I do like to focus my games, especially if anyone's played an RPG, on making sure you have a good, nice, even leveling scheme with all your characters, just because I like seeing the potential of all the characters and how far you can push them, basically. So yeah, no, that's my the reasons why I level characters the way I do. Not that you really need to know, but here we are. Apparently, God is a west town, port town north of Talos, which is the island we're on, apparently. So there's a man named Gomez who's turned it into a pirate base, where of course he will use this pirate base to hold the world's scientists to ransom for $1 million bison. Oh, where were you, Lou? Oh, we all miss you, bud. Jokes aside, I've always enjoyed Fire Emblem for its strategy concepts, shall we say. I like the idea of a fantasy RPG that's not too anime, that, well, basically deals with, threats against evil, you know, somewhat typical tropes of fantasy and military concepts of that era, and just, you know, does something interesting with them. That's the best way of putting it. Fire Emblem has always been quite an interesting little story in that it's basically the first few games have a very different style from, let's say, the later games where, how let's describe it? The style of the characters, the style of the armor, the style of the designs isn't so much like Japanese Bushido or very, you know, Eastern influence. It's more like a... One of the descriptions I've heard, especially to the earliest, is more like Roman inspired with its armor and its designs and its character classes. And I can sort of see that. Oh, that was the other one. I didn't look at the other one. Oh, poop. Fire Emblem's development is something that hopefully I'll focus on over other videos. Ultimately, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But hey... I'm Cleric Riff, I can't fight but I can heal, let me join you. Okay. This is Riff. Clerics in this game are garbage. And they're great. But they're utterly terrible. And they're brilliant. They can heal your units. But they can't level up unless they get attacked. And even then, if they get attacked, they only get a tiny little bit of HP. Like a tiny bit. I'm not fucking with you. A tiny bit that basically means leveling these characters as a task by itself. Rest of the fort if you're hurt by you know, an enemy, so you can gain HP by sitting on these. These are forts. They look more like, you know, perhaps it's just because of the use of white in earlier NES games for certain buildings, but like a church. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm probably crazy. Playing Fire Emblem at 2 in the morning. I'm gathering I'm crazy. What? Oh. Good old not stiff NES controls. I'm doing it right, everyone. Don't you worry none. Now, I'm going to place these two here, and we're going to wait. We're going to wait and see what happens, because I don't want to be the first one to attack, because that means on the enemy's turn coming next, I'm going to get boned really hard. So we're going to attack Gazak. Gazak dodged. Oh god, Gazak's a real pro. Gazak knows what he's doing. Gazak's played this before. He knows what happens when you get attacks in a certain way by video game characters. Use that high dodge chance. Castle gives you a 30% effect. What? I don't know. Defense, dodge, something. Yeah. Oh, about time. It's just saying about time they all might, you know. Not saying, you know, you're not trying your hardest, but oh my goodness, that never. I take it back. I take it back, my friend. You've done more than enough. You want to have a lie down, Abel? You want to relax? I'm just saying, man. You're putting the work in. I can see that from over here. Anyway, we're gonna use that iron. Nah, fuck it. We can't hit enough anyway. We're gonna use a bowgun. I don't know how strong bowguns are again. That's good. I like that. I'm okay with this. This concept appeals to me. We're gonna have Doga attack as well. And I think swords are stronger than axes. I think. Don't quote me on this, because I won't have an answer for you. Alright, it'll be fine. Yeah, Doga will be fine. Doga will be fine. Doga is fine without my shit. Because that left the Vulnerary. Vulneraries are the healing items in Fire Emblem games. That's, I guess, been the name for a while now. He's level 2, you got 1 skill, 1 weapon level, and 1 HP. Well done, Doga. You're the MVP. Everyone's the MVP. It's a struggle, really, if I tell anyone else they're the MVP. Oh. Unions. The unions will get to me. That is a king. His eyes, I can't tell if he's closed them or if his eyes are the same colour as his skin. Either way, I'm worried. Judging a country, like, ruling a country, but ruling a country with your eyes closed sounds as dangerous in my head as I gather it is in practice. But we're gonna go to Orleans, check the festivals, the Mardi Gras. That's an obvious joke, but in all honesty, they just call it Orleans. Turns out, no, New Orleans is named after the ancient fantasy world Fire Emblem is set in. We'll meet Captain Ogma. It'll be great. So apparently we're going to encounter people who are bitter to Durha. Durha? They're the enemy nation. We're going to find them, we're going to give them a handshake, say, you want to punch these guys with us? They'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? I ain't got shit to do. Prince Marth. I guess it's good cat writing considering the prince is lowercase, but I don't know. Fight with your heart. Next story. Fight with your heart. Would you like to save and resume? I would. But in that case, this test is over. We did it. I finished Fire Emblem. That's fine. We're done. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe next time we'll do Chapter 2, where we'll meet Captain Ogma, and I will certainly not get annoyed every time I die due to the game just suddenly exploding into difficulty. That said, I'm Liv. This is Fire Emblem Dark Dragon the Sword of Light. Yeah. And thanks for watching. Yeah, that's a lot of people. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, it's a lot of people. Look at this guy. He's serious. He's got a scar on his cheek. Somehow he's not the main character. No, I know. I know.